nataka niseme kama katibu, watu wamekuwa wakiniuliza mbona Sifuna hazungumzi hii mambo ya kijana Albert ambaye aliwawa kwenye msee kule Nairobi. Sikuwa nazungumza kwa sababu nilikuwa na hasira sana. Kanisa inatufunza kwamba ungojea hasira ipungue ndio ongee. Viongozi wa kanisa ambao mko hapa, nimengoja hiyo hasira ipungue, imekataa kwenda. Lakini leo lazima nitasema. Mahali tumefika Kenya hii, hakuna haja ya maneno tena. Mahali tumefika Kenya hii, we want action, we don't want words. Na nataka niseme, for me, ukiniuliza kama Sifuna, ule mkataba tuliandika na UDA is of no use as I speak today. Haina kazi hiyo mkataba. Kwa sababu inawezekanaje tunaandikishana tuseme hamtaua vijana. Kijana anachukuliwa kutoka kwao, anapelekwa mpaka Nairobi, anawawa kwa seli. Juzi tumeona wengine wawili wamechukuliwa Elgeyo Marakwet. Wamepigwa, wamekatwa mikono, wamerushwa kule Nakuru. Mwingine amekufa kwenye police station ya Katitu hapa juzi. Na ndio maana nasema hiyo mkataba haina maana. Mahali imefika, it doesn't matter what else Ruto does. It doesn't matter what else he does. That agreement is dead. It is dead. The only way you can breathe life into that agreement ni urudishe uhai wa Albert na vijana wengine ambao wamewawa hapa mbele.
William Ruto is not careful. The ODM party, they are going to leave President William Ruto very early.
If Raila Amolo Odinga and his troops of experts will get disappointed and leave government, tell me where Ruto will be.
Before even 2027. Why am I saying this today? We are heading to elections, and the ODM party right now as we speak, they are strategizing. Now, what do I mean by that? We had the death that occurred from Homa Bay County in the hands of the police. And this was just after the Madaraka Day had occurred successfully in Homa Bay County. And then it happens that now, the same county is losing somebody because of the government actions. Now, as we speak today, the ODM leaders, most especially the Secretary General, who has been always against the government, or maybe criticizing the government, came out to speak against the death, and they said that they rather stop having any form of an agreement with the UDA government. Now, as we speak today, the actions from the ODM party are so much confusing. Why? Raila Amolo Odinga comes out and says they are in broad-based government. On the other side, Edwin Sifuna comes out and says that they are criticizing government and they are not in any broad-based. There's nothing called broad-based. After that, Raila Amolo Odinga comes out and says whatever Edwin Sifuna says, that is what the party is saying, because it's the Secretary General. So the statements are mixed. There are mixed reactions from all over. But now on this particular video, I want to state it categorically that William Ruto should be in fear. And then that there are reasons behind the Edwin Sifuna and other leaders from ODM like Osotsi speaking against the government. That is going to form the basis of this video. But before I take you through, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mokwa Times, kindly take a second or two to subscribe, like and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Let me dive into the topic today. Now, the fact remains that as we speak today, that Edwin Sifuna has come out to actually condemn the actions by the police officers who murdered or who allowed the murder of who? Albert Ojwang. So Albert Ojwang is no more, and ODM leaders have come out to speak against it. One thing that I want to say, that Edwin Sifuna is very consistent, and that's why William Ruto should be in fear. Edwin Sifuna, everything that the government does that is wrong, he comes out to speak on behalf of the ODM party. And as he does that, it does it eloquently, that any other person is able to understand. So Edwin Sifuna, as we speak today, his consistency must put William Ruto to thinking. Why? Who is Edwin Sifuna speaking on behalf? What is he up to? Is now actually the brand of Edwin Sifuna is growing day by day. In fact, I'm saying that there are some young politicians who are going to determine what is going to happen in the coming general elections, and one of them, it is Edwin Sifuna. They said he's going to go, he's going to gain more weight. Why? He's vocal, he's knowledgeable, and is someone who is consistent. That must worry President William Ruto. Number two, the support of Edwin Sifuna by the deputy party leader of the ODM party, Osotsi, it is worrying as well. Deputy party leader, this is someone who was entrusted the party by Raila Amolo Odinga when Oparanya and of course Ali Hassan Joho were nominated to government. So if this person supports Edwin Sifuna, he also condemns the government. Therefore, William Ruto must sit back and ask himself, what is happening? Ladies and gentlemen, there are people who matter in ODM party. And one of them is Anyang' Nyong'o. For those who know this very well, Raila Amolo Odinga, when he was going for the AUC seat, he entrusted Anyang' Nyong'o to have the leadership of the party as the interim party leader. And indeed, Anyang' Nyong'o led the party until Raila Amolo Odinga came back. Though he has not officially stated that he has quit, but the fact remains that he was the one who was given by Raila Amolo Odinga the leadership of the ODM party. Not Orengo, not Simbarati, but Anyang' Nyong'o. There are reasons behind that. And I have to say that Anyang' Nyong'o is a very bright man. He's a professor. And this gentleman, whenever he speaks with authority. And in fact, he's never common. Speaking anyhowly, anytime he doesn't. But when there's need, he speaks. As we speak today, when Edwin Sifuna or Sotia are speaking, this gentleman is quiet. And when it comes to broad-based, I haven't seen him support the broad-based the way it is supposed to be. Therefore, William Ruto must be worried that the ODM party is not fully with him. And that is really something that William Ruto must sit down with his team and calculate on how to deal with the ODM party. But however, I want to tell you this. There are some reasons as to why ODM is behaving this way. And that is what I'm going to take you through here. Now, number one, there's this public outcry that Baba joined the government, and when bad things are happening, he's quiet. So his lieutenants are literally coming out to ensure that the voice of Baba has been heard at the grassroots. As ODM, number one. As ODM. Number two, when there were cases of Ngondo Were being killed, leaders came out in large numbers, went to leave funeral home. Others were crying even than the widows. So the fact remains that, as we speak today, members of parliament from the ODM party, even leaders from Luo Nyanza, haven't come out strongly the way they did during Ngondo Were's time to condemn the killing of Albert Ojwang, despite the fact that it happened in the hands of the police officers. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the case. Now, as we speak today, the public outcry is one of the things that is engineering the sentiments we are seeing from the ODM party and other parts and other leaders who are actually close to Raila Amolo Odinga. Number two, ODM wants to revive itself. And after Raila Amolo Odinga joined the government, the fact remains that the ODM party somehow it spoiled its what? Reputation. So as we speak today, they are trying to revive their strength within the Kenyan politics by trying to be against the government and speaking at the topmost voices so that they can outshine all these other parties against the government. And that is how Raila Amolo Odinga ensures that ODM is revived. And also, if people are going to associate themselves with ODM party sentiments, then the fact remains that people are going to come out and some of them subscribe to ODM side. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have to state it here that the ODM party, it has some ways it operates with Raila Amolo Odinga, where they want to ensure that William Ruto is working so that they save their reputation, and they also want to benefit from the same government. So how do they save their reputation? By talking consistently, criticizing the government by some members of the ODM party. The public will be like, okay, ODM is still with us. Some section. And then there's another one that will, in William Ruto's government, will keep working to ensure that at least some of these things do not happen. Like now, the death of Albert Ojwang. I hope that it will not happen again. Such kind of a death will not happen again. Why? As the ODM party comes out to speak about it, of course, the name of the government of William Ruto at large gets painted negatively. But the fact remains also that the ODM party, it asks pertinent questions to President William Ruto that when we agree this, now this is happening, and more especially to the people of broad-based government, that is the Luo Nyanza people. So the fact remains that, as we speak today, that is how Raila Amolo Odinga operates. It checks both the opposition and the government. Ladies and gentlemen, the talks or maybe the statements by Edwin Sifuna, it's so possible that it did not come from Raila Amolo Odinga, the ODM party, or William Ruto, or any strategy. It's the nature of Edwin Sifuna. If you check the issue to do with Adani, Raila Amolo Odinga came out, defended it, Edwin Sifuna came and rubbished it. So consistently, Edwin Sifuna has been saying the same things, same way, same places. So as we speak today, Edwin Sifuna, that is his nature. And indeed, his brand is growing. It's growing consistently. Now, lastly, is the state of the nation. The public wants some leaders to speak on their behalf. And what's wrong if Edwin Sifuna and some other ODM leaders who think outrightly that this is the way they need to do things, what's wrong if they come out to speak on behalf of the people? That is basically what I think, that some leaders in ODM who don't subscribe to some of the actions of President William Ruto have to come out and speak for the public so that at least there could be some changes in the government. And if there's a role that is being played well in this country, it is this of Edwin Sifuna. Speaking consistently, criticizing where necessary. I think is in the wrong faction. What do you think, guys? Please on the comment section, share with me whether ODM is dumping William Ruto or what is happening. See you next time for more videos.